Wagwan, it's that guy. Not locks, not nation. Yo, rocking my big ass fisherman's cap. I mean, I'm not a fisherman, but I do love these safari type hats. For one reason, because they have this latch here that keeps it on your head. I can wear it when I'm skating or whatever. Secondly, this thing is like a 5XL, so it's really big. It can fit around my dreads. And also it blocks the sun out amazingly in that heat. And that I just love wearing it. It's by a company called Lamood Big Hats for big heads. And I ordered this online over in the summer. So you can definitely check out Lamood. I mean, this is not a sponsored video. I just really loved their product. And there's even better ones I want to get out there that are made out of straw. I'm trying to find a straw one with a bigger brim for the future. Because the only thing I don't like about this hat is that it ruffles and it bends like that. I want it to be a solid brim, essentially. Today we're doing another dreadlock review of the subscribers kind. I gotta love doing these reviews. Even more than the typical celebrity pop culture reviews, because these reviews are for the people, of the people, by the people. And I have to bring this to you guys to show the spirit of Dreadlock Nation, not nation, still alive, and to share with you guys other people's journeys that they are embarking on through this channel, building up their confidence, their dreadfidence, and just being able to really commit to this freeform dreadlock lifestyle. So without further ado, I'm gonna hit the intro and I'll see you guys in the first subscriber dread review of today. Getting right into this dreadlock review of today, we have of the subscribers. This video is coming from Instagram. If you haven't followed me on Instagram already, my name is not_nation on Instagram. And we are on the road to 10K. So definitely hit me up over on Instagram. Let's get that page up there as big as we can. First up, we got Lena Love being sent in by somebody else. And her locks looking pretty dope. Female freeformer. Excuse me. Female freeformer at its best here. And I like the way that she's got this pink and purple hemp string wrapped around her locks here. Now, if you are trying to combine your dreads, this is a good way to combine your locks by simply wrapping hemp string around your hair for a while. We can also see that she's got some beads and some clasps in here. Her daughter doesn't have dreads just yet, but she's got beads in her hair too. And I like the way her hair has been sectioned off. Like, it's really big sections to create bigger locks. So definitely big up Lena Love here for her awesome freeform locks. And it's always appreciative to see women with freeform locks in the game because it just doesn't happen as often, but I love to see it. This guy says here he's 15. His name is Jake. Been following for years. He's cut his dreads twice. Now he's been freeforming for 6 months, and I'm the reason he kept it growing. Fuck yeah. Amazing to hear that. So his locks here being some freeforms, you can see that they're wispy tips. Some Congos already happening, and he's obviously got type 1 hair, and you can see that the frizziness is real. This means that it is starting to lock up. I love to see this kind of look, that messy scalp, because it really shows that this loose hair can now freely form into a dread on its own. You can see that some of his dreads look like they may be coming out on the tips a little bit, but you know, there's some bluntedness happening here. And he's got his shit down to about his eyes. And this was his hair 4 months ago, where it doesn't even look nearly as locked up as it does now. So the progression is there, man. I'm glad that you're sticking to it. And I'm happy to see that you are taking that dreadlock route seriously. So stay committed, man. Stay dedicated. Some more pictures here that I'm trying to get to. This guy says do a Jay-Z lock evolution. I will definitely get to that. And his locks right now are at 9-month freeform. I did post this picture on my Instagram page yesterday, and I love the way that these freeforms are looking. That texture is amazing on the top of his head right now. You can see a little bit of a line here. I don't know where that would be coming from, but you can't see his scalp, you know, which is a sign that I like to see. You don't need to be rocking dreads with scalp being exposed. So definitely big up Michigan here. Great locks coming into play. Took a little screenshot of that from my Instagram page. Cocaina, this dude's dreads are dope. I love the shirt that he's rocking here. That is hilarious. And his dreads coming down to about his chin, so he's a few years in here. And it looks like they're freeforms. It looks like there's not much scarring going on there or anything. We can see that he is receding a little bit, but you know, that doesn't matter. Receding, not receding, dreads of all sorts are always appreciated here on this channel. Always. So it's really cool to see your locks growing in that way. He's got the beard game strong to go along with it. Big ass neck tattoo. And I just want to see some more length, man. Keep that length growing. That's fucking dope. Looks like he's an artist too. I didn't get to your music just yet. Big fan. Hoping to do a video on Ronaldo Segu. His dreads are so nice and maintained. I wanted to know, how did he get them? Well, this guy's locks looking like they could be from, look like they're a little bit twisted there and then just left grown in as an afro. And afro locks actually one of my favorite styles. Young Bob Marley had quite the afro locks in his days. This dude's looking pretty similar. He's got that front and side taper looking real crisp as well, and that's probably what makes him look so maintained, is being able to maintain this front edge lineup and the sides. It does more than you think when you maintain your locks like this. It also kind of reminds me of Lil Baby's hair as well. Lil Baby dread review coming soon too. The Rock Freeforms 1 month in. They're not locked yet, but gradually getting there. Just how they look right now. Type 4 hair, big supporter of your content. So he does have a YouTube channel. Go ahead and check it out. How to freeform locks. And this is his freeform locks as of right now. They're pretty short still in the baby stage. And you know, with time, they're gonna look sick. So stay dedicated, man, and stay committed to those locks, please. Years on end. Send me a picture every year. And let me see how your progression is turning out. Looking dope. High top freeforms once again. And these are just looking wild as heck. And I like that some of them are standing up. Some of them are sitting down. Kind of got a mind of their own still. He says they're semi-free forms at a year. All right, so keep it growing, man. These dreads here caught me by surprise because it looks like dude got his hair twisted from a type 1 hair. Not the best way to start dreads on type 1 because those twists will just come out over time. I like this skull that he's got going on here. But I mean, of course, since he's got this done here, if he just leaves it, they will lock up eventually. May take a little bit longer with the type of hair, but it will lock up. And I like the high top you got going on. You know, you got a good little start for your dreads, Milo, going on there. So keep it growing, man. Never stop the hustle. Freeform for 1 year. Kind of look like roots from a tree. And this guy's locks, obviously a type 1C. And it goes to show, man, you know, white people freeforming, it does work. It does look a little bit messier than, you know, a type 4 freeforming, but who's really to say that? Because I've seen really messy type 4 freeforms. And essentially all freeforms are gonna look messy for a while before they start looking neat. So that's just something, that's just part of the journey. Really, it's just part of the journey. And you can see here in his video that, you know, there's some growth. There's actually a lot of dreads happening on the back, mixed in with all this frizzy hair that isn't locked yet. So it is working. He's almost fully locked at this point, so that's fucking sick to see that. Keep it growing. The sucker freak. How do you choose whose locks to post? If I send my freeform locks, do you just post them or pick? Essentially, if you send me a message on Instagram, send me a photo with it as well, because that way I can work with it. I just can't work with it straight text. You know, send me a photo with your message and I can at least post it or show it as I open the content. Yokai Dreams, blonde dreads. I like the length difference here. He's got really long ones, really short ones. The high top, frizzy hair all over the place, looking pretty spectacular. I like the length of these front ones there. That's pretty unique. Dreads at different lengths is something that isn't really done so often. Most people want them uniformed. I can see here where he's cut his locks. One thing is, when you're cutting your dreads to shorten them, don't just cut straight across. Cut on an angle so you create pointed tips. That will create a more natural look opposed to just a straight cut like that. It's the same way I cut Ziggy's dreads. I always cut them on an angle, never just straight across. But these looking pretty cool. Obviously the bleach, you know, might be an issue for some people. Apparently henna dye is the best sort of dye you can use. I'm gonna start looking into this and maybe do a video on dyeing my dreads with henna. You watch your videos all the time on YouTube. Happy you got an IG. I'm gonna post your videos up on this video right now. And this guy's locks actually looking pretty cool. They've got mad length, and he's got that famous 2-strand twist going on that you see a lot of rappers rocking. And he does have some bleach in his hair as well. Rubber bands on the ends to keep these 2-strand twists in. Now, you could keep these 2-strand twists in as congos and let them form up. Or you could take them out and have a really nice braid out, curly and crinkly. You know, it's really up to you what you're gonna do with it. This one he's saying he's from Boondocks. He's got the 2-strand twist up in pigtails. Pretty unique look. And then he's got the 2-strand twist just hanging out. A lot of people rocking the 2-strand twist. Now, mostly people that have 2-strand twists like this usually have twisted dreads, I've noticed. Because they're thinner to start off, and then they're twisted into 2 strands to make them appear thicker. Now this 2-strand twist with some red mixed in there. Looking pretty fire. I like the way the red is looking in the dreads. Red and black dreads is probably one of my favorite color schemes on locks. This looks like a front taper happening, but I like the new growth here. There's no twisted right down to the scalp up here. That's the sort of look I like to see. And here again, we can see the new growth has some length to it, so the scalp is able to breathe and relax. It's not really tight right down to it. And honestly, he could just leave them like this because they're gonna grow out to be really nice freeforms from this point forward. So I appreciate you sending those videos in, bro. Another photo here from from this guy, Ball247 NFL. He says I'm reviewing hella ugly dreads. And he says his dreads are the best. He's one of those type Chicago. Remember that guy, Chirac Dreadhead, saying, "Oh, my dreads are the best dreads." There's no such thing as the best dreads. Everyone's dreads are at their best, really. His locks looking like Afro lock. He's got a lot of volume happening to them here. I like this photo in the cigar shop. The lighting and the wood, everything looks pretty sick. Dreads falling down in front of his face, just getting out of that awkward stage. And they'll be even better when they get some mad length to them. And here we see the pigtails with the front kind of dropping still. This look here I feel like was made popular by Playboy Cardi. He's the one that did this look quite often. This photo trips me out because there's so much shit happening in the background. And lastly, he's got some photos in the car. Looking like they might be freeformed. Maybe started off with some twists, but we got a lot of blunted tips going on there. Locks looking legit, fam. Appreciate you sending those in. And here we go. 3 years growth. Crinkly dreads on the braid out. And those are pretty dope for 3 years. And relax Kobe. Freeform to retwist. So he freeformed these at first. He's got some beads in here, high top. And I believe he said he's going to retwist after this. So this look pretty popular these days. A lot of beads in his hair, a lot of high top dreads going on. And there is a retwist happening now as well. So it does show that you can freeform first and then do whatever you want after. You can always interlock or retwist or crochet your freeforms, or the vice versa. If you start with interlock or crochet or twisting, you can always start to freeform. There's always a way to implement freeforming where you can, as best as you can. So I'm just glad people are using it at least a little bit sometimes, if not all the time, because there is a lot to learn from freeforming your hair, quite honestly. So that's it for today's episode. I appreciate you guys stopping by every single day to watch this content. I know it's getting a little lengthy these days, but at the same time, it's the same length as what my videos have kind of always been. I know at one point my Dread reviews got to be a little bit shorter, like 5 minutes, but originally when I started this channel, my Dread reviews were like 12 to 20 minutes on the usual. And I'm just happy to be doing that again now with content that's from you guys. And it's crazy because at the beginning of this channel, you know, Instagram and Snapchat and all that stuff didn't have DMs, so I couldn't review you guys as easily as it is these days. So I'm happy to say that the growth of this channel and the future of this channel is going to heavily rely on Dread reviews of subscribers, because it's so accessible to get your photos up on the channel. And I know you guys really appreciate seeing yourselves on the Not Nation TV at home. So I'm doing this for you guys and doing this for the community, trying to get more dreads, more support, bigger fam, bigger naughty gang, and just keep on growing until we're in the millions, because essentially there is 1 million dreads out there in the world, and there's no reason why they shouldn't be part of the nation, because this is where we come together to celebrate our dreads, to talk knowledge and share love and spread wisdom and keep everybody committed and dedicated to their locks. So let me know in the comments below how long you've had your locks and when your Dreadiversary is, and I'll definitely see you guys in the next Dreadlock update.
The Nation!